Hey, this is Rick with Social Good Software. In this short example, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about digital membership cards. We're going to be taking a look at the web version. We're going to be taking a look at the Apple Wallet. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at the Google Pay option. We also have a fourth option here, which is the print at home version. When they click on the print icon, they will be able to print it out on their home. That one just is using the same version as the web. So we're going to bucket the web and the print at home as the same design. We're going to be taking a quick look at the digital membership card templates. So this is a great video for you to be able to share with your colleagues. They're going to be actually designing these cards. So today we're going to get very technical on the design aspects of these cards. But if you have any questions about the general process of uploading and getting these things configured, we have other separate videos for that. This is just simply for the design of the cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at the web version here. The web version requires two different types of designs. We require a front of the design, and then we also require a back of the design. So if we scroll down here, we can take a quick look at what the front of the design looks like. This is the front of the design of the card. You have an image here that you need to go ahead and provide for us. This is a 450 by 250 pixel image. And where this image is used, it's used as the background for the card. So this background image you see here with this wave here and this logo up here and this color here, that's all just a static image. The only thing we add in is here this rotation icon for the person to know that this can be rotated. So you have to deliver this image to us, a 450 by 250, and this is the image for the front of the card. Let's go down here to learn a little bit more about the front of the card. So you have 100% complete freedom on the design of the card, with the exception of the location of the merge fields. Here's the merge fields on the bottom here. For this section of the card itself, you can do a static color. So if you want to use a color on this section of the card, you can. You can have any color in the section down here. Right now, in this case, we're actually using a transparent background color using this color here. And all this is this is a black color. And when we add a 0 at the end, we pretty much set the opacity to empty. And this is why we get this transparent value here. But if you have a selected color you want to use, you can definitely use it, and it'll be in this red box that you see there. Now you can have up to 4 selected fields. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. So you can have up to 4 fields selected, or you can have just 2, like this, just 2. Or you can have just 1, like that. Or you can have 3, or you can have 4. So however you want to set those up, you can have up to 4 of them selected. And the sorting order is determined in the software itself. If the field is empty, the card will display not available. So for example, if you have a lifetime membership, right here, the expiration date will just show not available for them, just because lifetime memberships never really expire. Now, if the value is larger than 20 characters, additional characters will be dropped and replaced with the 3 periods like this. And what this means is that simply if your name on the card is very long, like Kimberly Thompson Johnson, like this, we just simply go 20 characters, and then we append these 3 little dots just to denote that the name is very long. So we'll always start from the beginning, and it will only trim at the end. Okay, so that's the front of the card. So let's take a quick look at the back of the card. So this is what the back of the card looks like. You have complete control over the back of the card as well, similar to the front. There's a couple of sections here. You need a 450 by 250 image, just like we did for the front of the card. And we also need to go ahead and design the specific background that we want to have for the web version. So you can go ahead and select any background that you like. The only things that are actually mandatory is this barcode and the merge fields you select. So these merge fields are also required. So let's go and take a look at the specs of it. Here's the specs. So you have complete freedom on the design of the card with the exception of the location of the merge fields. So again, you can't really move these merge fields, they're just kind of there. You can have up to 4 selected fields. So same as before, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you just want to have 1, you can. If you want to have 2, you can, and so on. If the field is empty, the card will display not available. If the value is larger than 20 characters, additional characters will be dropped and replaced with the 3 periods here, just like they are in the front of the card. And then here's a little example of how that works. Now the back of the card is a little bit special because down at the bottom of the card, there is no background color you can select like you could in the front of the card. And this is just a design that we made specifically for web that doesn't incorporate a color in the background. All right, so now let's head over and take a quick look at the Apple Wallet design so you can kind of understand how these are put together. So the Apple Wallet design requires 2 things. It requires you to have a logo and it requires you to have a hero image. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these actually look like. Here's the Apple Wallet front. The image you will need for the logo is a 320 by 100 image, and it's this image right here. For the logo itself, and that image is a 320 by 100. So you can use a transparent image like we are here, or you can have an image with a color. It's completely up to you. Let's head over to the next one here. Here's the Apple Wallet front as well, and you can have this hero image, which can be 1125 by 432. And this image is the one that's shown here for the card itself. Let's take a quick look at the specs of the card. So if you go here, you can upload any logo that you like. And you can also upload any hero image, which is this image here. And you can have any number of fields. So here's one field, here's another field. You can have another field here and another field here. And ... So as many fields as you add, the card will shrink or grow depending on how many fields you have here. So you can enable pretty much all the fields if you like, but the card will just get very long with all those fields that you enable. This is split up into 2 parts. You have part 1 and part 2, and the fields will grow and shrink accordingly depending on their length. If the field is empty, the card will display not available. If the value is larger than 20 characters, it's going to go ahead and replace the additional characters with these 3 periods. For example, Kimberly Thompson, and then you have the little 3 periods at the end. So that is the design for the front of the card. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the card. For the Apple Wallet, here's the back of the card. Now this back of the card goes ahead and inherits the color of the front of the card. And then it goes ahead and shows you the fields that you have selected. Now you can have any number of fields in the card just like you could with the front of the card. And then this one will grow and shrink depending on how many fields you have selected. Card will display not available. So again, same as before, if there's no expiration date, there will be just a value called not available. Like this. If the value is larger than 20 characters, additional characters will be dropped with a period like this. So if there's a very long name, you will see 3 periods like that. And then, for example, Kimberly Thompson, and then you can have any number of fields enabled. You can create and set up custom fields with your own static values. So the cool thing with the Apple Wallet one is you can actually create one called member benefits or pretty much anything you like. So you can say member benefits, and then you can go ahead and list out all your benefits. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, and so on. So this is a great handy way for you to be able to provide additional information that you really can't query off of Altru. All right, so let's go down here to Google Pay design. So with Google Pay, you need to be able to have 2 different assets. You need to have a logo, and then you also need to go ahead and have a hero image. So let's take a look at this here. The logo is a 320 by 100 image, and it's shown on top of the card here. And then the Google Pay hero image is 1032 by 330, and that's this image here in the center. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the specs for this one. You can add your own logo at the top center. So this logo here, you can upload any logo. Now you have to be careful. If you upload a white logo, it won't be shown because this is a white background. So if you upload a white PNG, it will not be shown on the card unless you upload something with color. So we typically recommend to have something with color, whether that be black or any color you choose, so it's actually visible for the logo. You can add your own hero image in the lower center here. So you can go ahead and upload that image here and that will be shown in the lower center of the card. You can have any number of fields on the card. So you can go ahead and add any fields into the card. The card will just shrink or grow depending on what fields you enable. So if you have more fields, it will just simply grow down this way with those additional fields. And then if the field of the card is empty, it will display not available. So if there's no expiration date, it will say not available. If the value is larger than 20 characters, it will go ahead and drop additional fields and do a little period like this. For example, Kimberly Thompson, with 3 periods at the end. And that is the Google Pay front option. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom section. Now, Google Pay doesn't have a back of the card. They have something called the bottom of the card. And that's what I want to show you here. So for the bottom of the card, you can have any number of fields. If the field is empty, the card will display not available. If the value is larger than 20 characters, additional characters will be dropped and replaced with the 3 periods. For example, Kimberly Thompson. You can have any number of fields enabled, and you can create and set up custom fields with your own static values. So just like Apple Wallet, you can go ahead and set up your own fields with your own static data like member benefits. You can go ahead and include that here. Now, I do want to take a few seconds here to show you what it actually looks like on the web. If you scroll down here, here's the card. And if you scroll down here, here's the bottom section where they can actually go ahead and see those values that I just shared with you. So they do get to see your website here, down here at the bottom, and then the address for the organization here. And then they get to see these static values like expiration date, lookup ID, that type of thing. So that's how Apple Pay works on the bottom section of it. Now, we went ahead and put together all these templates here together for you. So all you have to do is go to this link here, socialgoodsoftware.com/MCT. And this will go ahead and give you all the templates in the right size already. All you have to do is just take that template to Photoshop or Canva or your favorite image editor and go ahead and just add your own assets, add your own colors, add your own backgrounds, that type of thing. Inside this link here, you will also find a copy of this deck. So if you want to go ahead and share this deck with your colleagues, please feel free to forward either this link to them or the actual presentation found within this link. And that's going to go ahead and do it here for me. Once again, this is Rick from Social Good Software. Hopefully you found this video helpful. We're always looking to improve and make things better. If something was not clearly explained in this video, or maybe you just are still a little bit confused and have some additional questions that we didn't talk about in the video, don't worry, we're here to help. Please go over to socialgoodsoftware.com/feedback. You're able to provide us feedback on this training. You're able to provide us feedback on the software. We're always looking to improve. So if you have any suggestions, please reach out to us. Again, socialgoodsoftware.com/feedback. You'll be able to go ahead and share your thoughts with us, and we're always happy to help.